Hey Math 90, this is Professor Sue. I thought there were going to be only 3 parts to section 2.6a, but there's one more part. So there's actually 4 parts. So this is part 4, and they talk about consecutive integers. And consecutive integers are integers that come one right after the other. So an example of consecutive integers would be something like -2 and -3. Because they come one right after another. Let's see, what else could we use? 0, 1, 2, 3 are consecutive integers because they come one right after another. If you add 1, you get to 1. If you add 1, you get to 2. If you add another 1, you get to 3. -2 and 3, you add 1. Here, you get to the next consecutive integer. So we're going to be doing some story problems where we want to find some specific consecutive integers. And when we're doing our story problems, we can represent these numbers that come one right after another by using x plus 1, x plus 2, x plus 3. So, and there is a certain word problem in this handout that asks for consecutive integers. So I'm gonna go over that one in just a minute. But when we're looking for the consecutive integers, we can use algebra to help us, and we can represent the consecutive integers by x, that would be the first one, x plus 1, because we're adding 1, x plus 2, from 0 to 2, we're adding 2, x plus 3, from 0 to 3, we're adding 3. So we can represent them by using these expressions in algebra. Okay, let me come back to that in a second. Let's say we're talking about consecutive even integers. Okay. So consecutive evens are integers that come one right after the other, but they're even. They're going to be even. they are also even. So here's some examples of consecutive even. 2, 4, 6, 8. -4, -2, 0. 8, 10, 12, 14. So they come one right after another and they're even. And you're adding 2, let me write that in here. You're adding 2 each time to get to the next number. From 2 you go to 4. From 4 you go to 6. 6 you go to 8. 8, the next consecutive even would be 10. The next consecutive would be 12, and so on. So there is a problem in the handout that asks about consecutive even integers. So are we okay with the consecutive integers? They're just one number right after another, like 0, 1, 2, 3. Consecutive evens, coming one right after another, but they're even. So 2, add 2 is 4, add 2 is 6, add 2 is 8. And then also there's consecutive odds. Whoops, would help. Okay. So we can also talk about consecutive odd integers. Okay. Are integers that are not even and come one right after the other. I'll say not even but odd and come one right after the other. So some good examples of consecutive odds would be 1, 3, 5. -9, -7, -5. 11, 13, 15, 17, and so on. So with the evens, we had a space of 2 between each even integer. Well, the same for the odds. There's a space of 2 between each odd integer. Okay, so let's say we want to do a problem in algebra, we want to do a story problem that uses consecutive, that asks about consecutive odds or consecutive evens. So we're going to use the same formulas or we're going to use the same way to represent them because there's always a space of 2, whether it be odd numbers or even numbers, there's always going to be a space of 2. Okay, so let me write this on here for you. We can represent consecutive even or consecutive odd integers by using x, x plus 2, x plus 4, if we kept going, x plus 6. So when we have a story problem that's looking for consecutive even or consecutive odd, we're going to use the same formula for both. We can use x, x plus 2, x plus 4, x plus 6. We're adding 2 each time. Okay. Let me stop there, and when I come back, I'm going to show you some examples or problems from the handout.